ਵਿੰਸਟਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ 'ਚ ontario ਦੇ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਲੀਡਰ ਸਟੀਫਨ ਡੇਲ ਡੂਕਾ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ ਊਰਜਾ ਸਪਲਾਈ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਸੁਤੰਤਰ ਸਮੀਖਿਆ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਵਾਅਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਡੇਲ ਡੂਕਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ontario ਦੇ ਵੋਟਰ 2 ਜੂਨ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਆਮ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਵੱਲ ਵਧ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ।
All three will make extraordinary champions at Queen's Park. And that's exactly what Windsor and Essex needs at this moment in time. Now, as Gary mentioned just a moment ago, this is an interesting time in Ontario. You know, we are a strong and resilient people for sure. It's how Ontario has endured so many challenges throughout its entire history. But there's no doubt that over the past couple of years in particular, it's been difficult with COVID. And we know that many here in Windsor-Tecumseh, Windsor West, and in Essex, so many Ontarians, despite how hard they work, still need help. They're still struggling. And when I look at the way that the Ford Conservatives have been campaigning, look at their last budget, look at the words that Mr. Ford uses on the campaign trail, it is so clear that they don't believe Ontarians need help. They just want to kind of skate right past the past couple of years and pretend that COVID never happened. And I suspect that's because their friends, the richest of the rich in this province, are feeling just fine. But everyone else, all of you, the hardworking families of Windsor and Essex, hardworking families right across this province, women and men who've been on the front lines, who've borne the brunt of how difficult this has been these past couple of years, you do need help. You know you're not going to get that help from the Ford Conservatives, but you will from the new Ontario Liberal team with our plan, a plan that is fair and forward-looking and fully costed, a plan that will support you every single step of the way. Now this morning I want to talk for just a moment about the importance of building up an economy, making the right kind of investments that will help create jobs, good jobs, jobs that pay well, jobs that will have the benefits, the packages that people need in order to have that floor of support beneath them. So that when they show up, the way that families do in Windsor and Essex, the way that families do across Ontario, well, they'll be able to support themselves. They'll be able to have a quality of life that they deserve. Those are the kinds of investments and the kind of economic leadership that Ontario Liberals are determined to deliver. And what we've witnessed here over the last number of weeks in this particular part of our province, an incredible part of our province. And I think about the economy here in Windsor and Essex. I think about manufacturing and so much else. I know this is an incredibly important part of Ontario's economy, a real engine historically and today, and there is so much potential here, so much potential. But of course, I think everybody here read and learned with great disappointment the news that LG Chem would no longer be interested in investing in building a facility here. This part of our province losing out on a potential $2.5 billion investment that would have created up to 1,500 jobs, and why? How troubling was it to learn that because of the cuts and the chaos and the lack of capacity and the lack of leadership from Doug Ford,